We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2. We're live.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. It is currently 9:20 a.m. It is 39 degrees outside with a high of 57. So I think that sun's going to make it feel a little warmer than it actually is out. So probably at least light jacket weather, if not, heavier jacket weather. Hoodie weather would be the best for it. So with that being said, traffic conditions are very fair going into Tulsa right now. Like I said, the highways are opened up, looking real good. Like I said, for whatever reason, they still got a bunch of traffic cones out on the road. So I don't know when they're going to be collecting those. I know they're still doing some work over there underneath the bridge on 76th Street. So I guess that's probably what it is, trying to warn people to go slow getting on and off of there because it's still kind of a mess over there by by that QT, Charlie's Chicken, and KFC, all that. It's still kind of a nightmare area over there. So be advised on that, the 76th Street area by 169, the entrance and off ramp. Now, like I said, traffic is flowing good, so that's awesome. Not a lot's changed. Like I said, today you got that bunco for a cause, raising funds for the Owasso Community Resources over there at the Bailey Education Foundation. So go over there and support the Owasso Community Resources by going to do bunco for a cause. That will be a good thing for a very good cause as well. Now, like I said, not a whole lot going on. Like I said, this whole Christmas holiday season is making everything very laxed on the itinerary and calendars. Everybody's just doing shopping and all that whatnot. So, with that being said, since we don't have a whole lot to talk about, we'll do a kind of a movie review. I haven't been excited about going to movies in a very, very long time. Like movies,
there's not a lot out that I've just been dying to see lately.
yeah, movies really kind of suck. I mean, the only movie that people have been trying to convince me to go see is Oppenheimer, which sounds good, but I also don't know if I just don't have the attention span to sit for 3 hours in a movie anymore. I have to really, really be into the film. And people tell me Oppenheimer is really, really good, but I wasn't that interested enough in the subject matter to be like, could I sit through a 3 hour biopic about Oppenheimer and, learn about the science of the atomic bomb? Sure, it could be interesting, but I don't know if I had that dog in me. You know,
3 hours is a long time to sit through a movie, especially one that's not like an epic adventure action movie like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings was probably like the last 3 hour movie I could sit through.
Yeah, it's a biopic. Oppenheimer is a 3 hour biopic essentially, and more like 2 hours and 45 minutes, but still, that's a slog, and. But that's the thing, though. I mean, movies here lately. I mean, I don't look at my watch. I don't want to look at my watch when I go.
You're in a good movie. You don't have to look at your watch.
So the movie I went to go see this last weekend with my girlfriend was Godzilla -1, and that kind of. I've been a Godzilla fan my whole life, so it's
what a loser.
Not fair, yeah, and what a loser, yeah. It's not fair pickings, but I mean, I remember being like a little 4 or 5-year-old kid and watching the original black and white one. It's kind of like one of those movies you see the VHS cover art for, and you're just like, I kind of want to watch this, but I don't want to watch it because it's scary. And it was, as a kid, it's terrifying. But now people will look at it. I mean, I watched it with my girlfriend and her family, and they all just laughed because it was so cheesy to them, that whole black and white people sinking in the water. It's very theatrical, But Godzilla -1 kind of made me relive that whole childhood kind of experience thing again. I mean, it was a really good movie. I mean, allegedly it was only a $15 million budget, and it looks amazing. And it's kind of if you're looking on YouTube right now, which I like to do, I like to watch movie reviews and stuff on YouTube. It's kind of taken a dump on modern Hollywood. Like, they made a fantastic character-driven movie with a giant monster that's been better than anything they've produced. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought Gareth Edwards' Godzilla was really pretty decent, but it's
the original Godzilla
the one that came out in 2014. I thought it was decent. The characters were a little lacking, but it was once Bryan Cranston's character died, it was kind of over. But this one, the characters were engaged the whole. You're just engaged in their story the whole time. It has a lot to do with survivor's guilt, and the monster's kind of a representation of the main character's survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
and his lack of. But so, I mean, it was a really wonderful movie, and I don't want to go into spoiler areas, but I would say I haven't been excited to go see a film in a long time, and that. As far as like people, even if you're not into monster movies, like it is that good. Like I would go and sit and watch and read the subtitles, and it's worth a watch, and it's engaging and it's fun, and somewhat, you'll be on the edge of your seat sometimes because Godzilla is very different in this film than he is in most films that most people would be familiar with him. He's a bad guy again. He's a villain. He's not. I mean, like I said, monsters aren't really bad guys. They're just forces of nature. He's a force of nature that was created by atomic bombs, but he wasn't really created by atomic bombs in the beginning. He was made bigger by the atomic bombs, essentially. So staying very true to his origins, so as well as, his mythical roots as well. It's like the island people are like, oh yeah, there's a monster that lives out here, and you're just like, what? So, but you have all these World War II pilots, out there being like, yeah, the islanders talk about a giant monster, and you're just like, you write it off as nonsense, but then it's like he shows up and you're like, oh, I guess he's real. So it was good. I really enjoyed it. I haven't been giddy like that to go watch a movie in a very long time. So that felt good to have that feeling again, and a lot of it could be nostalgia for me, but I really enjoyed the film. I think a lot of people, it's so good that they're bringing it into more and more theaters as it goes on. Typically, when a movie comes, it's like it appears, especially if it's a foreign film, it goes in a handful of super niche movie theaters and then it disappears. That's not the case. This movie's so good that it's more and more. It's expanding into more theaters because people are really enjoying the film. So, if you don't take my word for it, take the people who've gone and seen it. Like, I mean, lots of reviews are people who have gone and seen the movie that are not fans of Godzilla, not friends of Spencer, but they're still enjoying the film because of what it is, the message it has and whatnot. So, I mean, it's very good. And I mean, I could go into a detailed analysis of it, but I don't really want to go into spoiler territory for folks who haven't seen it. But fantastic film. It made me love going to the movie theater, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah. So did my girlfriend. My girlfriend's not a big Godzilla movie fan. Monster fan either. So
yeah, I was about to say the last movie that I think I legitimately got excited to go see was that Top Gun Maverick movie.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick was the last
another
real
situation
good
that we have right there. As I said, is it nostalgia that we really liked it, or was it just a really good movie?
No, Maverick was a really good movie. Structure wise, it was good. It's very Star Wars-y too. It's like there's a small port that you have to hit that's only 8 meters in diameter, and you got to hit your proton torpedo into it. So. It was, it was very Star Wars rippy off, but like I said, like the characters, they had, Little Rooster had reasons to dislike Maverick, like, I mean, and it made sense that divide and that dislike of them, and then they grew together, and became, close, now he's a father figure again, so it was a wonderful movie, and like I said, we haven't been excited to see, I mean, y'all go see those occasional little cheap comedy rom-coms, which are decent, like you go see, like, what was that, The Lost City or whatever with Sandy Bullock, what I'm talking about, Channing Tatum, Sandy Bullock.
Yeah, I
went to go see that was enjoyable, but like I said, it's a popcorn flick, you watch it one time, you see the jokes once, and then you watch it again, you're like, oh yeah, it doesn't hold any weight, like you don't laugh at the jokes anymore, it's not classic, it's not going to be one of those classics like Dumb and Dumber where it's like when you watch it, and you're like, every time you watch it, it's like, I just laugh every time at the same stuff. It's, it's kind of like that, it's like sometimes you watch a movie and like once you know the jokes, it's over. So, but yeah, that Godzilla movie, like I said, that has a lot of rewatchability. So go watch it, go enjoy cinema again because it's been tough. That's what I was like. I told my brother, we should do a movie review channel. I'm like, there's no good movies to even review, so we would just be complaining about crap films the entire time.
You're not wrong.
So, I don't know. So either way, that's what I did over the weekend, and it made me love movies again. So that was awesome. So go check out Godzilla -1. I know you have to read subtitles, but I mean, I think this next generation, they grew up on anime and Crunchyroll and all that stuff, so reading subtitles is not going to be a huge deal for a lot of them, all these weebs.
and two, reading is good for you.
Reading's good for you, so yeah, I agree. But yeah, go check that out. And that's really all we had today, so it's been slow news-wise, slow anything-wise, so we're just kind of reporting what we think's coming up, because there's not a lot of upcoming events in Owasso, so it's just going to be us.
Unless there's events out there that y'all know about that we're not aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know. We'll be happy to go out and live stream a new grand opening of a business, or
I think there are a couple this week, but we're so tied up here, I don't know if I'll be able to go.
Yeah, we'll see. Either way, I hope you all have a wonderful day. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and we are signing off.